Hey, everybody, welcome. Super Metroid 100% tournament. Looks like our runners are readied up and gonna get started any second now. I'm Salty Pigeon, joined by Dark Zoa. Dark Zoa, how you doing?
Doing well. I am excited for this match. We have got our two middle seeds for round one. They're going to be the closest to each other in round one. We had Bressingham with a qualifier average of 119.44 and Eddie with a qualifier average of 119.59. So that's just a 15-second gap between these two runners, and it should be a great show for you guys today.
Yeah, I'm excited. Always, if they both play up to their potential, we could be seeing like 3 steps ahead of the other finish right down to the line. So this is exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, we've got our two middle seeds. We got Bress as our number 16 seed, and Eddie at our number 17 seed. These guys are just really hammering down the times. Bressingham actually got his current PB in qualifier number 6 and shaved almost 2 minutes off of his PB. So he's got a current time of 119.30. Which is right in there with his qualifier average. So he's been playing pretty consistent. Hope to see some great stuff out of him. And then Eddie literally just PB'd like 3 hours ago and shaved more than a minute off of his PB. And so he's got a 118.35 now.
Yeah, Eddie just continuing to impress. Coming off winning the championship in Randall League Season 4 with his teammates, and now deciding, you know what, I'm going to pick up 100% and just being a total gamer at it right off the bat. It's really been cool to see somebody pick up a new route, new category, and just start flying. So definitely very impressive. We all know Eddie has an amazing 90% time. I think like top 6 still. And Bress has been doing 100% for a while, so this should be a really fun battle.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of our runners had a pretty rough series there. Merklig, what did I say, Merklig? I just saw you in the chat. Bressingham, winning series there with a 42. I missed the last two numbers, but it's a 42. So
42,
that was
that's like a salty series.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Don't worry,
So
they'll
hopefully
come back though.
yeah, they'll tighten it up. They'll bring it. Hey, Merklig. Uh, but yeah, so our winner here is going on to face Shiny Zinni in round 2. So that will be a really tough match for either one of these two runners. Should be a great match though as well. And our loser will go on to face Kevnastics in round 1 of the lower bracket. So that they're not eliminated. This is a double elimination tournament. They will have a chance to come back if they power through all of the losers bracket. They'll be back in there, and we've got Bressingham back from his slideshow.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to convince Zenny to play round 2 with just his feet, so he can make an epic run through the losers bracket. So far, he hasn't agreed to any of it, but we'll keep trying.
Keep trying. But yeah, if anybody wants to check out the brackets, check out the schedule, we've got it right here in chat.
And also, while we have time, both these runners are awesome, so please give the runners a follow.
Absolutely.
I think I know that command. Let's see. How rusty am I? I put it in. I don't know if the bot's responding. But yeah, please give Eddie and Bress a follow. Tons of fun stuff. Both did a lot of rando running this spring. Bress has been doing rando for a little while. Eddie kind of new to both rando and 100, but just a really skilled gamer, and it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So both of our runners here are actually kind of rando mains, if I understand correctly. So Eddie just picked this category up just for this tournament. Bress definitely has a lot of experience in 100% and in GT Classic. Eddie has run GT Classic, so he's got some of the. He's not only PRKD 80% where you don't really get any of the movement items, but he also does rando, so he's got some experience with how those things affect your movement.
And as far as rando goes, Eddie was a teammate of Simo's in Rando League Season 4. Eddie speaks very highly of Simo. Simo, they have a lot of experience in all the different rando categories. So when those Randomizer League Season 4 videos come out on YouTube, go back and check those out. That was a blast. That was absolutely tons of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Eddie's first time in this category posted 2 weeks ago, so it's really amazing to see him just come from nowhere and jump straight into this tournament and qualify, midway, hey, up the seeds. So it's pretty awesome. But that really is a testament to your fundamental movement. Eddie was at one time the number 3 runner in any percent not that long ago, and is currently still number 6. So it really speaks to, you don't need tricks. Tricks are nice and they save time and they're cool, but what's really going to save you time, what's really going to cut your time down in any speed run, but especially this one, is just that fundamental movement, those tight ledge grabs, those tight wall jumps, and all of that. So
yeah, those simple mock balls,
absolutely.
Maybe I know when you first learn mock ball, at least for me, it took a little while, like anything else. But once you get those down, you don't need the short hop mock ball as of yet. But if you can get those regular mock balls down, have some tight ledge grabs and wall jumps, like Zoa said, you just keep that up and limit those small mistakes, your time's gonna just drop. And Eddie's a testament to that.
Absolutely. So both of our runners, running on Super NT, it's a FPGA. What would you call it? A retro console, sort of remake of the Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, there's so many. I just call it the classic, but I know there's so many different names for the double cartridge systems for running both NES and SNES and all those things. A retro, I think that was the first big name that came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fair.
So, but yeah, the Super NT is pretty close in timing to original console. It's slightly slower, but I think it's all down to the frame rate. The Super Nintendo runs at it's like 60.09 something frames per second, whereas our the Super NT is HDMI, so it's locked down to exact 60 frames per second. It's not a huge difference, and it also has pretty good input head lag.
Yeah, so if you're just learning, don't worry about which version or console you start on. Just go for it, because it's not going to matter until you get to the very top tier about saving that extra second or two here or there. Plenty of fun to be had, plenty of categories to run. And we always love having new people and more people come join these tournaments and qualifiers. Just hop on in. Be happy to meet you.
Absolutely. Join some streams, ask questions. The entire Super Metroid community is just fantastic. I love being a part of this community. All of us, myself included, would just love to answer your questions and try and help you figure out what it is you guys are doing. We've got an amazing practice hack that's worked on by people like Insane Firebat and Idle Child and Total and all kinds of people. It's all the time there's being new updates made. Thank you for the exclamation point, Zoa. Merrick, get some sub-hour hypes in the chat.
Yeah, and anybody is welcome to that practice hack. We got tons of people like Zoe was saying, they'll happily set you up. Like Firebat set me up with mine, so you don't have to be a sarcastic pigeon that knows only a little bit. You can be anyone. Just come on in, have some fun. Space your time.
So everybody's second favorite, actually, beam. First favorite being a combination, actually, of plasma beam and X-ray, which creates the microwave beam. Spacer being a close second on that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have more songs dedicated to the Spacer Beam by now, but can't win them all. And Zoa, do you know any route divergences here between the players? Do they like early croc, late croc, early power bombs, late power bombs?
So I'm not sure on Bress. I know that Eddie is going to run late croc. We've already seen definitely neither of them are doing early power bombs. So
That's a good point. Yeah, we went down Red Tower.
yeah. So, but I definitely know Eddie is running late croc. One of the tricks that you need for late croc, the Poyo ice clip in Meridia, is a little finicky, and he's definitely said that's still giving him a little bit of trouble. So hopefully we can make it through that head okay. Other than that, we'll just have to keep an eye on Bress and see where he goes in Upper Norfair after this Kraid fight.
And as far as I know, late croc or early croc doesn't make a big difference. It's all about your fundamentals and just regular execution, like Zoe was pointing out earlier. Like we saw yesterday, Static Shock run an almost perfect run until very late game by doing the early croc, and his opponent was doing late croc.
Yeah. So for a while we actually we believed late croc was faster, and to some extent it kind of was, but a lot of new grapple techniques in especially wreck ship have closed up that gap. And if you get great RNG specifically from croc, but also in some other places, early croc actually is faster, but it is heavily reliant on that RNG. So it's kind of a toss-up between them, like Salty Pigeon said. So we've got Eddie moving into Upper Norfair now. We're gonna start picking up a lot of the cool speed items. Going to get high jump boots now, and speed booster incoming next. So we should be flying through here in just a moment.
Oh yeah, love me some Spood Beaster. Best item they ever made. So many spine sharks and tons of cool tricks you can do with it. Spike suit. But that's a little bit later. Maybe Dragon or Croc will help us out with those.
Absolutely. So, I haven't worked on it in a while, and I kind of need. It does sound like a German sausage. Dang it, Hero! You just totally ruined my composure. Yeah, I haven't worked on it in a while, and I'm hoping that this Hundo tournament will sort of reignite my flame for it. But I was working on a theory task using optimum inputs, not human inputs, of 100%, and I got about to Fantune and just wanted to I had to quit because I was going insane trying to manipulate RNG for my drops. But I can say once you get Speed Booster, everything becomes so much more complicated in terms of movement. You've got things like the the
Sauerkraut?
jump table.
Oh, that.
Not sauerkraut. No, jump table. So Speed Booster kind of messes with your jump height. It's especially noticeable for you rando players who have you ended up with Speed Booster with no high jump.
Definitely.
But so it actually, based on how far you've run, the jump height based on when you jump in the middle of that run, it sort of spikes and goes back down. It drops back down every so many steps, and it climbs overall, but then it keeps doing that kind of I don't know what kind of function you'd call it, but it's really obnoxious, and it makes for optimizing a lot of rooms really just a pain. So it is a blessing and a curse. Super fun.
Definitely have to keep that at the forefront of your mind. All the different vertical differences with the type of speed you have going into a jump when not having high jump boots, and finding that in a randomizer seed changes the game for you in a whole new way. So just knowing how to do that actually also provides these runners, I think, with extra backup strats just in case anything goes wrong. So I think randos is nice for that, for your movement.
Yeah, so yeah, once again, fundamental movement, guys. The tricks are cool, they're fun, it's neat to pull off, but yeah, it's that fundamental movement that's going to get you there. So far, our runners, about 30 seconds-ish apart. Eddie taking an early lead here. And we're about to find out whether or not Bress is running early or late Crocomire. So we'll be watching that with bated breath. As you saw, Eddie went over... Oh, it looks like we're going to get an early Croc. Yeah, okay, so we got some route divergence. That's awesome. So yeah, as you saw, Eddie skipped Crocomire. He's just going to pick up ice. Whereas Bressingham's going down. He's going to go kill Crocomire and pick up that grapple beam. Those are the two items that you can use to get through the pants room before Shack Tool in Meridia. And that's going to get you access to Spring Ball. There are some other differences. There's lots of other differences, I should say. But those are the two main things that are going to go make the difference between these two routes being possible.
And this kind of divergence here is cool from a viewer standpoint, just to see, like, okay, we knew that Eddie was about 30 seconds ahead, but now we're not going to know for quite a while who might take that lead back in between this.
Yeah, so these routes won't. Yeah, so these routes won't sync back up until much later in the game, once our runners get to X-Ray.
And that's after we go meet Rodney, so it'll be a minute. And also, if you want to run 100%, this is where you want to pay attention. Like, okay, what do I like more? Am I gonna like going through this with Ice Beam, or do I want that Gravel Beam? And then you can decide what's more comfortable for you to start working on, and just go for it.
Absolutely.
I think you can still wall jump off Croc's belly when he is active, as long as he's not swiping at you.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure you just don't want to get. Yeah. You just. A fun fact, actually, if you have grapple, as Heroac was just saying, you can just take his arm away from him, just grapple that arm, and he'll keep walking backwards, but his arm is attached to your grapple beam. It's kind of neat.
Oh, that's cool. I've never tried that. Next rando seed where I get grappled before Croc, I'm gonna give that a try.
Yeah.
And that's another great reason to run rando. All these things that normally you don't have before certain enemies, certain bosses. Well, now you do. So, plenty of fun things you can learn. Microwave is probably the funnest for most people, knowing that you can take out 3 bosses or 2 bosses and a mini boss with relative ease just by playing with that. I wouldn't call it a glitch, but I don't know. I lost the word. But a lot of fun variations that you can figure out just by running rando.
Personally, I would advocate more for a GT Classic style run. Just boss rush it. Go get everything you could possibly want and annihilate everything. Yeah, that's my boy Merrick.
Learn how to use chainsaw beam.
All right, so upcoming, we've got Eddie moving into the wreck ship. He's gonna face everybody's favorite ghost.
Casper?
Second favorite.
Oh, Phantom. Okay.
Yeah. So, if we can get some guesses in the chat, see what patterns we're gonna see. I will attempt to pay attention to them. I make no promises.
I'm gonna go slow mid because Phantoon's mean. That's gonna be my
Phantoon
guess.
is mean. And you know, I feel like Eddie probably still has most of that lead he had earlier. I'm gonna say slow. I want these runners to come together a little bit. And statistically, it's also the most likely thing to happen, unfortunately.
The race I calmed yesterday was fast for both runners. So that was kind of rare, but nice to see. Nice to see Phantoon actually being cool for once.
Alright, so not a fast. That's gonna be a slow.
And I said slow mid, so I still have a chance here. Ooh, just
not
off
the
my
best.
Doppler.
Yeah, not the best Doppler. And fast.
So fast.
With an air Doppler, didn't get it. So he's gonna clean it up on the last round. I'm guessing that's gonna be a mid. Come on, right mid. That's my favorite. Yep. And just one missile and super to finish it off.
And nice job not enraging the ghost. Eddie knew where he was at with the damage. 2,500 for Phantoon. 1 super wouldn't have knocked it out. Looked like Phantoon had 800 left for that last round, or maybe 900. But nice clean fight there by Eddie.
Ooh, Bressingham. Oh no! Got caught by the Nevdi.
The Nevdi plume.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Having some trouble with those damage boosts across that room, and yeah, just kind of got knocked back right into that Nevdi. So Eddie, well, we've got a slideshow over here on Bressingham's side. We've got Eddie cleaning up the wreck ship. He's getting ready to go visit the spiky room of death. His health is fantastic. It's a little bit more dangerous in Lake Croc because, as you can see, Eddie's got 1 less energy tank than Bressingham does. Bressingham was able to pick that up while cleaning up Croc. But yeah, Eddie's got great health. He should be fine getting through here.
Yeah, this is
the spiky room of death. It's a lot higher, and nice Keiko morph through that Kazan at the end. That was kind of neat. It looked like he had a little fist pump. I think he did that on purpose. So
This trick right here is also a little bit different, not having grapple beam and having the high jump boots on.
Yeah.
With high jump boots off, you could make that jump just barely. With high jump on, you have to let it dip slightly into the water before you jump, or you can use that vertical bomb jump, or sorry, diagonal bomb jump to get over there.
You can also do a ceiling mock ball, where you morph into the ceiling and it carries you along the ceiling because the game thinks that you've gained some vertical space and it pushes you up into the ceiling as you're morphing for just a few extra frames or so. And that'll get you over.
I always love learning something new. But hey, I got 3 out of 4 of them, so that's a win for Salty.
Yeah. Yeah, not bad.
And more knowledge for the next time we do it.
And so we've got Bressingham coming up for his Fantoon fight. I'm gonna hope for a let's say fast mid because fast throws people off. And we got the fast.
Ooh, a little off on the Doppler there too.
Yeah, not the best Doppler. Fast. Okay, that was also a rough Doppler.
It'd be nice. Fast.
What?
My goodness. Oh.
Oh no.
We're 4 rounded.
Okay. If that was a fast, I was gonna freak out because that is the rarest fast.
I swear, I'm so bad. One time I got 5 fasts in a row, and I still didn't kill him because I just didn't expect it. but hey, fast mid. It looked like there, and that's nice. So I think Brass may have picked up a little bit of time there, having to go through Croc, the cutscene, picking up those 5 items down in Croc Land. Now gonna have to follow Eddie's route through the ship, but I think we have a pretty close race. Maybe Eddie still by 20 or 30 seconds at the moment. Smarter people than myself could probably get those seconds shaved down to something more manageable, but not bad at all.
Yeah, honestly, it's either one's race at this point. I wouldn't know myself how to judge the difference between the 2 routes until we get much closer to the end. But I can say that the fact that Bressingham did not turn off Spazer in order to do X Factors on Fantoon, this probably means we're going to see a robot flush, which is what Eddie just attempted. It sounded like he got the sound cues, so let's hope when he gets down here, those robots will not be up and walking around. They'll be down in the holes and out of his way, and he can just power through to go grab that wreck ship reserve tank.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite tricks there in bowling, getting those robots out of the way early. So hopefully it worked out. I didn't hear the sound cues, but that doesn't mean that Eddie didn't get them. I just didn't hear it.
Moment of truth. Oh no! One of them's up. So, and the other.
We did get Robot 2 and the statue gun with the power bomb. So
yeah, and you just saw on Bress's side if you were watching. Bress has grapple, so way easier. Just so much less stress on these platforms. Just grab that grapple block up top. I'm hoping to see some of the really cool grapple strats in like Wreck Ship. Attic has some amazing grapple strats coming up. Let's see if Bress can pull off some of them.
Just with that E room right there, Bress probably picked up 5 seconds. Just having that.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the things that early Croc Route does for you. And like Zoa said, we'll see what kind of attic strat is employed up here. Might gain a little bit more time. I don't have a bias in this race. I just really want to see a tight race. Good for viewers.
Oh, we've got ballistics.
Ooh, nice.
Not grapple strats, but ballist. Oh, hey, yep. Grapple that little spark up there. Force him down onto the ground a little faster. So that we had a 1 grapple strat, not the full one I was hoping for. But ballistics is chef's kiss. That is one of my favorite ways to see attic done. you've got a one frame window to hit. If you saw when he came into the room, he missiled one of the key hunters and then immediately supered the key hunter up in the top right. But he also did it in such a way that it hit both the key hunter and that atomic at the same time, and managed to kill one and get the other one down to just one shot left. So that is a frame perfect shot. It's got a really good visual cue for it, so it's not terrible, but it is hard to get consistent. Eddie's setting up for our Gauntlet Spark here.
And maybe we'll get the Samus Expert Master on the back end of Gauntlet.
I feel like Eddie's probably been focusing a little more on other things, but we'll see. Let's see if he. Oh, that's the setup. He's going for it. Oh,
very nice.
That is the setup.
That's a
so
good
you
start.
really need, you really need those blue speed echoes to start up at just the exact right time so that you can walk off of that platform but still have the blue speed echoes to hit it. And he got it. Teletubby Huggy.
Nailed it. That's where you subscribe to the Runner's channel for a month. Just be like, yes. Very nice.
Spend responsibly, folks.
Yes. Or use your Prime sub. Make Bezos spend that money.
Yeah, there you go. So I didn't see. I definitely saw that he was going for it, and it looked like he accidentally moonwalked and hung into the spikes. But I'm expecting Bress to maybe have a kind of disappointing robot flush. Let's hope, because I didn't see the first part of it. Let's hope he got at least one. We'll be on par with Eddie.
I'm pretty sure the Chozo statue is a goner, but I don't know about the robots yet. We'll see right now.
Oh, okay, we got one. It's the opposite one. That one's a little further off, so it took a little bit more to push that one in. But I'll take it. That's one each. That's a full robot flush, guys. We got the left one on Eddie's screen. We got the right one on or vice versa, on Bressingham's screen. So
together they make a great team. So follow both of them. Following is free.
Following is free. You can follow the runners right there.
And while Bress gets gravity going, we're gonna go meet the Edacoons and learn how to wall jump over on Eddie's side.
Yeah, so one of my favorite things about this game, from a casual perspective, is it is not gonna hold your hand at all. You just, the best it's gonna give you is this wall jump tutorial that Eddie is just gonna ignore, and just you're not even gonna get to see it. Those little Edacoons down there, they do just laugh at you, but they kind of, you can kind of watch them. They're not teaching you, but they'll show you what you need to do. They pause for a good second on that wall jump check animation, just to make sure you see, hey, you can do this too if you just change that direction and hold the direction away from the wall. You'll see this thing, and you should try jumping there. So it's one of my favorite things. It's a great little tutorial.
It was
Eddie
really cool.
jumping over the Decora pit where you get another one right there, where that traps you down there.
Teaches you the spine shark.
The spine shark, absolutely.
But yeah, that was great. As a kid in the 90s, and you're stuck down there like, oh man, what do I do? The game doesn't hold your hand, but it shows you, hey, there's a possibility, and we'll give you a
my brother do it
just in case.
Yeah, I made my brother do it. It's great because it freaks you out just enough with all of those spikes and the B-toms down there to go, oh no, I do need to use the save room, and it just tricked you. You're trapped. Yeah. Now if you reset, you still can't get out. You have to learn how to wall jump, or if you're really just not into it, you have to start the whole game over. So.
And that's true, Hero. Edacoons don't teach. That's why speedrunners, we don't save them. We just go for the frames, not the animals.
That's right.
Unless
save
you like
the frames,
Fusion.
folks. I don't.
Which I do, but not as much as this. So save the frames. Although Fusion, if you beat that, it leads in the Dread, and then you get the invisible dude, and you don't want to mess with him. That's scary stuff. No! Oh, goodness. Nice job, Bress.
Woo!
I thought Bress had to go back around, and that would have been a big time loss. So, very nice split-second save right there.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, I
Both.
like Hero, too. Sorry,
I
go
think
ahead.
everyone likes Hero. Hero's great. But yeah, so both runners going around to clean up some Brinstar items that they couldn't get on the first time. Get this waterway E-tank on Eddie's side. Bressingham going now to go visit those Edicoons we were talking about earlier. And yeah, after that we should be up for Meridia, which is probably the most technically challenging, or at least one of the most technically challenging parts of this run. Meridia is just a maze, and there's lots of going back and forth, running across all of Meridia. The Meridia section is huge.
Yeah, in my mind, it's the most tedious for 100%.
I mean, it's the most tedious when you did it casual back in the day. So
that too.
yeah. But also has the best music, so we should get to enjoy some nice. I don't know, Salty. East Meridia or West Meridia? What's your favorite theme?
I love the Fendrana Drifts music.
The what?
Fendrana Drifts, Prime 1.
Oh, go away. Prime.
I just like the music, but yeah, it's fun. I don't know. I think probably for nostalgia's sake, I'm gonna go with West Meridia because that's where you first break the tube and then you're stuck in there like, oh my goodness, where am I? You know, and then that music sets in and you're like, oh, this is kind of spooky, kind of serene, and you have a new world to explore. Just kind of remembering from when I was a kid. So I guess I'll go with West.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to go with East. I dig it on the spooky and serene, but the ominous, foreboding, just driving thump in that East Meridia is got it for me.
And that's fair. Meridia music is just really, really solid.
They're both some of my favorite tracks in this game. So Eddie, trying to grab this really short charge, gets it there. He's gonna line up with this plant and get the annoying missiles here in Main Street.
But very, very nice short charge. And if you're just learning the game, this platform that Eddie's about to land on, you can use this as your short charge area. It gives you a little extra room, and then you can bump into that platform that you need to be right next to go up. And that'll help you learn that. It's not as fast, but it's faster than going through the gate to your right.
Yeah, easy lineup, and I think you only need like a 1-tap, maybe 2-tap at the absolute most, but I'm pretty sure you can do it with just a 1-tap. So
yeah, one's only needed. You can do it with a 2 if you're comfortable with the timing, but absolutely. And now we're gonna visit Spore Spawn's pet statue, because we're not gonna see Spore Spawn, but we're gonna visit the statue again over here on Bress's screen and grab our supers.
Yeah, we're not huge fans of DLC, so we're not making our tournament hit runners by the DLC boss. You won't get to see Spore Spawn in this run.
Or Kraid's legs, normally.
Or Kraid's legs. Don't pay for Kraid's legs, people. It just makes the fight longer and kind of obnoxious, to be honest. Any route differences? So yeah, we've got Eddie on the left is running Lake Croc. He's got Ice Beam, as you'll see. Bressingham on the right is running Early Croc, so no Ice Beam yet, but Grapple Beam. Yeah, so it'll be a while before we see those two come back together. Still not really sure where these runners are in terms of comparing to each other right now.
Yeah, I've been trying to think how long an optimal Croc and Croc cleanup takes down there to kind of guesstimate the difference in time between the two. But I honestly just don't know. I think
it's hard. It's hard to say. Neither one of our runners have made any huge mistakes that would tip us off that the other one is catching up. But lots of little mistakes from both. So, and that's to be expected.
Yeah, Super Metroid 100%. The run of 1,000 cuts may not look like much, but those little mistakes can add up over time, and all of a sudden you're 2 minutes behind where you think you should be. And that's where the fundamentals come in that we've been harping on.
Absolutely. So Eddie coming up on Botwoon. We've got that eerie music coming up. Shoutouts to Decalled for inventing the setup for that nice X Factor throw we call the D Factor. Decalled, one of our tournament participants, and also just generally a fantastic stratsmith. There's a lot of strats that Decalled has come up with, popularized by a variety of other runners. So we want to make sure Decalled gets the credit where it's due for the strats that he came up with.
And that's one of my favorite strats that I can actually pull off some of the times. So yeah, I love it. Thank you, D. It's always nice getting a one-round bot wound. Makes you feel good inside. Makes you want to keep trying.
Alright, and we've got our Dragon fight. So Eddie's going to want to he's probably going to throw an X Factor, try and hit Dragon in the face with some Shine Sparks. We'll see. There's lots of different ways to set up this X Factor. And at this point there's so many, I don't even know which is which. This one looks like... Yeah, okay, so this one's Rain Dance. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yeah. So this one is Rain Dance. It was probably the earliest one that people started doing that, throwing the Shine Spark all around, and now there's just a ton of them. But that was Behemoth came up with that one. Or if not, then he definitely popularized it. So.
And that was probably one of the fastest, cleanest Dragons you can get right there. Beautiful job by Eddie.
Yeah, absolutely. More or less the same that he would deal with in any percent, so not surprised to see that he just powers through that.
And speaking of Behemoth, Behemoth has a round 2 race going on tomorrow morning. So please stop by and check that out. I don't know what Speedgaming channel it's on yet, but he is racing tomorrow. Any Behemoth fans, drop on by. I'll have to look up on the chart who he's racing. But another winner from round 1, obviously. That's how we got the round 2.
Absolutely. If I remember correctly, I think it's BR Joker, but you guys in chat could help us out. Here's a link to the brackets, the schedule, the Discord if you want to join it. Come on, join in. If you feel like you can do commentary, if you just want to try it out, you don't have to be amazing. Just sometimes we just need to fill slots, and you would be much appreciated if you wanted to grab one. But yeah, come on, join us. One of us.
One of us.
But if I don't wanna, then I don't care, MGA. You have to. You don't get a choice.
Tell you what, MGA, I will come for your race that's coming up in a couple hours. And if you like it, then maybe give us a try. You know what, Zoa? Maybe you should come comment race with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll back that up. I'll back that up. That race is happening.
In like
is it 11 p.m.? 11 p.m. Eastern? I think that's right. I'm in Korea, so I have to think about that a little too hard. It's noon for me.
And I am somewhere else. but I think it's in like 3 hours and 15 minutes ish.
All right.
4 hours. I don't know. But yes.
So the moment of truth, everyone. Will Eddie kill Shaq Tool? We can only hope.
If he's really a top tier player, then we hope so.
Please just murder this abomination that is Shaq Tool.
And Eden, if you're watching, please divert your eyes for just the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, time zones definitely are hard. It messes with me so much. Especially if I'm trying to think of Pacific time, then I'm just all kinds of out of whack. So, the most unfortunate part of this whole run, sorry to say, it's 100%. You have to get it all, so that means you have to get Spring Ball. Plus side,
you have to go sand pits twice. Yuck.
Yeah. Plus side, you get some limits. Oh, shot Shaq Tool, but didn't kill it. Like you saw him up there on the face cam, just kind of. Oh, what was that? So next time, Eddie, you'll get it. Kill that abomination.
That's gotta cost Eddie about 10 seconds of just penalty time right there. At the next door, just stand at the door and be sad that you didn't do your job, and then move on.
Yeah. So Bressingham over here on the right, trying to get that spike suit, couldn't convert the blue suit into spike suit. That's a hard trick. It's pretty tough. It's even worse when you have Spring Ball.
One frame.
So it's actually two sort of connected windows, if you will. If you get, it's a 2-frame window on the first to unmorph. You want to unmorph on the last frame of knockback after taking that damage while in ball mode. If you get it on the first possible, wasted that blue suit. Unfortunate. So we're just gonna space jump across. But yeah, so if you get the unmorph on the first frame, that's possible, then you're gonna have another 2-frame window to get it. It's about 10 frames later that you need to press jump to activate that spark and turn it into a spike suit. If you get it on the second, then you've only got 1 frame. But on the bright side, it being 10 frames apart, as long as you don't have Spring Ball, it's the same rhythm that our runners do when they are. That was scary. Bressingham, don't do me like that. Oh, Bressingham also almost just soft locked, getting stuck between those speed blocks would just. I don't want to think about it.
Is that the blue bomber strat that we use to get out of the Torian escape as well, to get up there and grab those missiles up top in Meridia? Is that what that's called, or is that a different strat name?
I don't know what it's called there, if it even has a name.
Okay.
But it's a temporary blue. So what happens is if you do a speed ball, you've got your blue echoes and you're morphed and you're rolling along. You hold an angle button, and unmorph, and you need to let go of forward as you unmorph. And what that does is it locks you into that. Ooh, Eddie having a little bit of trouble here trying to get up to Aqueduct's supers and missiles, and he's got it. But yeah, so when you unmorph like that, holding that angle button, as long as you keep holding that angle button, and you don't press forward while on the ground, you can jump and sort of do some moving forward a little bit, but it's a little janky. But if you move forward on the ground or turn around at all, unless you're using X-ray, you can use X-ray to turn around and keep it, which is also really janky. But you can keep that blue, as long as you don't do those things.
But I brought it up because I think that's what Bress was going for, to grab those items. But since we have to make 2 loops in Meridia anyways, Bress can come back and get them on the second loop. I just didn't know what the actual strat name was called.
No, okay, so you're talking about the other direction. So The first time you come through, you do fall. You always fall on the first one because
Okay.
you're on the second one. You have this god awful spring ball that you use to propel you up, and that is, I don't know if you would still call it Blue Bomber, but it is the exact same concept. You're gonna.
Oh, it's just easier to pull off in that instance because of the spring ball.
No, you need it.
Oh,
You need it because
otherwise you just fall through, right?
Right. So you need to go up. You can't unmorph and then store that shine spark and spark up. You have to use spring ball to jump into that gap, and then the same concept after that. You hold your angle and unmorph, and you go up. And ideally, you have enough run speed that it brings you up enough. So,
Okay.
Eddie, coming back in here to the warehouse, Kraid's lair, whichever you prefer. Gonna clean up, grab this one little missile pack. We didn't have power bombs on the way in. That's our other possible route divergence that neither one of our two runners did. Where you could have grabbed power bombs early, and you wouldn't have to come back for that missile pack. So we're gonna see both of our runners have to go back for that.
Yep,
But
gotta go back to the Kraid warehouse to clock out for the night.
yeah, and then
Can't use any PTO on this route.
yeah, and then moving into overtime right after, we're gonna go clean up just a few things in Upper Norfair, or is it? No, it's just one thing for now. I think it's just this missile pack in the wall right here, and then we're going down to Lower Norfair to visit everyone's favorite screaming space pelican. Shoutouts to Crustacean 7.
Yeah, I can't not refer to Ridley as a pelican now. It is what it is. Pelican he be. And if anyone listens to my comms in Rando League Season 4, pigeons and pelicans do not get along.
No, I can't imagine why they would. Fighting over all the breadcrumbs.
Exactly.
So, very nice. Just textbook Upper Norfair from Eddie. Chaining together those rooms, going through. That's not Crocomire. Which is that Crocomire? No, that's not Crocomire Escape. That's Croc Speedway. Sorry. Chaining together those rooms very nicely, and then getting a nice chronic boost, or a chronic boost variation anyway, through the lava section. So now we're backdooring into the Golden Teresa's room. Yeah, most people tend to think this is the front door, but yeah, not actually intended to go in this way. It's just the one that people find first for some reason. I can't really explain it. Yeah, you're intended to do what we runners call, it's not really a glitch, but it's the green gate glitch, and come in the other way while holding the face buttons. You want to hold A, B, X, and Y during that door transition, and then then you can just power through the whole rest of the game.
It's a very happy button combination. Fun things begin to happen.
For those that don't know, that's our GT code. We'll give you pretty much all of your movement items, and a ton of ammo.
Yeah, I think it's 120 and 20.
Yeah, that sounds right. So Eddie, opting to grab those drops. I think he was looking for supers. I don't know why he was looking for supers, because he's got great supers. But better safe than sorry. And Bress coming up, grabbing that warehouse missile pack, doing his clock out, and he will be shortly behind. Once again, I'd like to stress these are different routes. It looks like Bress is behind. He may or may not be. We don't know. I would still posit that our runners are probably still pretty close together. But due to the route differences, it appears that Bress is behind. He's running early croc, so he had a detour earlier on that Eddie didn't take. Eddie will have to go back and clean up croc after our lower northwest section here. So they won't sync back up until X-ray.
Eddie will have a quicker croc fight with the plasma beam, but still having to go through the area, traverse the area, and grab 5 different items, wait for the fanfare. So it's kind of hard to tell who's clearly in the lead right now. I've been trying my best to pay attention. I would say Eddie by maybe 15 seconds, but I could be a little off.
Yeah, that's possible. When they split up, Eddie was about 30 seconds or so ahead. So it's tempting to say that he still has that lead. I would probably just err on the side of caution, and personally, I just let's watch the show. We'll see what they've got. Once they get much closer, we'll definitely get a better idea. But yeah, neither one of our runners has made any huge mistakes.
If anyone's watching those runners' channels and can see their splits, you would know better than I. I can't see splits right now. But either way, it's still a close one. Anybody's ballgame.
Eddie trying to group these metal pirates. In a little bit of trouble. They're a little bit finicky. He's gonna go for setting up for a standard plower house through our Ridley Ghidorah room. Didn't quite get it. I didn't see. I think did Bressingham get a chronic boost?
I missed that as well. I was watching Eddie's side.
Yeah.
So my bad.
Eddie's got lots and lots of supers here, so he's gonna just hammer Ridley with all of those supers. Get a little bit faster DPS. He wants to have a few after this fight. And yeah, just lightning quick Ridley fight there.
Hopefully Ridley drops a couple supers for him.
Yeah, because he's gonna need them, and he's wow.
What a drop! That's big. Wow. I was thinking like 2 or 3 maybe.
That's like MM2 drops right there. Shoutouts to MM2 NES cartridge. The M's stand for MM2 NES cartridge.
But fantastic runner and commentator in his own right.
Absolutely. So
I think currently the 100% map completion record holder as well.
That seems likely. It's usually back and forth between him and Mr. Guy Average. So, but enjoyer of all things Hundo. I mean both of them running true completion. Hundo. They actually ran a Hundo marathon with just all the different completion style. I'll be right back. Sorry about this.
Sure thing. So yeah, nice Ridley by Eddie. Gonna get back out through Musketeer sets 1 and 2. Bress heading behind. According to Eddie's splits, it looks like he's having quite a nice run. And from what we've seen, absolutely is.
Alright, and I'm back. Sorry about that. My put my phone on silent, but it had an alarm that I forgot about, and it overrides the silence. So we're back. We've got Eddie going to clean up Lower Norfair, whereas Bressingham is just
maybe?
grabbing a couple of... Ooh, let's see.
It looked like a good setup.
Oh,
Nice.
not the fastest version, I think, but made it all the way through both sets of blocks. So that's awesome. And a very nice that you have to do a real tight low jump into that door to be able to space jump on the other side of it. So I always marvel at that one because I can't quite. I have really heavy controller fingers. I can't just flick the buttons. It's really amazing to see the level of control that these players have with their implements. So speaking of implements, Eddie is running on a hitbox. He started out on keyboard, and when he moved from emulator to the Super NT that we were talking about earlier, he started running with a hitbox, which is really cool. Bressingham running on original controller. I think he told me that he's got a modded D-pad, but other than that, just completely original. But yeah, so we used to have a lot different rules on controllers and stuff in the SM community, and when Eddie came out of nowhere and just jumped into the top 3 with his hitbox, that's odd controller setup. Philly Fatch took the opportunity to spark a debate about the rules on our controllers, what controllers you use to run, and what you're allowed to use them on, and we're a lot more relaxed and open about our controller rules now. So huge thanks to Eddie for being able to light that fire, and Philifatch for actually lighting it.
And forgive my ignorance, but hitbox, is that kind of like a fight pad? Or
It is exactly that. Yeah. So
okay.
So it's like an arcade box. It's custom for him. He's arranged it in the way that he likes. It's sort of set up about the same as you would have it if you were on keyboard, WAS and D for movement. And then he's got some. I don't really know what his specific layout is, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Bressingham, not having the greatest day with Ridley over there, but cleaning him up nonetheless.
Hey, Bressingham's cat is in the photo now. At least I see
Yo.
a tail. Shoutouts to the cat. Thankfully, my cat isn't back here right now, or she would be attacking my microphone.
Yikes.
She's a good cat. She likes the microphone.
So
I keep it hidden when she's when I'm not doing this.
Yeah, so you're gonna see some really jank stuff going on Eddie's side of the screen. Crocomire, you're not supposed to have Plasma Beam when you get to Crocomire, and so the game doesn't really know what to do with that much damage all at once. It just freaks out, and Croc just, oh, I'm dead. Okay, I'll just back right off this bridge. And then the second part of that is another thing. You can kind of wiggle your way up above Croc's head and get behind him. There's a lot of jank going on. I'm not going to pretend that I understand it fully, but you're able to trick the game into letting you grab that E-tank when in reality you've wrapped around the other side of the screen. For a minute there, you were actually behind the spike wall. So kind of neat. Neat little jank going on right there. You're never actually out of bounds, for the record. You're always in bounds. So that's not going to invalidate our run here.
Yeah, it just wraps the screen a little bit and gives you a little fun jankiness to play with. But
yeah.
Very nicely done by Eddie. And this is the point of the route where we're going to get to see who kind of has the lead here. Bress has some stuff to clean up in Lower Norfair, and while Eddie does Croc, basically whoever gets back to Red Tower first is going to have that lead. And it looks like Eddie has a lead at this point. It's a lot easier to see now than it was 20 minutes ago.
Right. It's still kind of hard to say how much. I'm going to venture a guess and say maybe still about 30 seconds. So right about where they were when they split off from each other. So fingers crossed. Let's hope we can get a nice tight finish here.
I just still find it so impressive that Eddie decided to pick up this category for this tournament and is just consistently and very quickly just getting better and better. It's been a joy to watch.
Yeah, yeah. Without much effort at all. Well, I say that, but that's not quite.
Well, it was
It's not
no
quite
effort from me
well,
or us, but yeah,
plenty of effort
I know
from
what
Eddie,
you
though.
mean, though.
Plenty of effort from Eddie. With very little effort, though, in comparison to someone who's been doing hundo for a long time.
Eddie's making it look easy,
Eddie's just
though.
able to, yeah, he just makes it look insane. It's really great watching some of our runners switch categories, and then you get to be excited and watch them come to whatever your favorite category is. I know I was excited when Eddie took a break from any percent and did GT Classic for a while, so that was really cool. And now just seeing him rip open hundo, it's really amazing.
And also with this hundo tournament, we've already seen the world record change hands twice in a day between other top runners. I won't spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen those yet, but both amazing runs.
Yeah, I believe one of them was a tie, and then later that day the person who had it originally just that's mine.
It was 9. Yeah, it was 9 frames new record and 21 frames new record.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I looked into it a little bit and asked some people that know better than I do, and yeah, it was super tight.
Yeah, I definitely heard that there was some frame counting involved. So anytime there's frame counting involved, you know.
Somebody said 9. I swear I tried to do my best, but it was 50 and 21. Okay. Whoever said
Thanks
9
for the fact
to me,
check.
whoever said 9 to me, we're gonna have to work on our relationship. Just playing. But thank you, Hero. I appreciate it.
So Eddie charged a spike suit. He's been holding on to that and just doing his best not to trigger that accidentally ever since Crocomire, and was just able to execute that right across X-Ray. Not an easy feat. Actually, I didn't think that he was going for it, but absolutely just phenomenal X-Ray spark there. So now we can see for sure we've got Eddie in the lead. And looks like probably a bit more than my guess of 30 seconds. Probably not quite a full minute between them. I'm gonna say maybe 45.
We had Eddie back out the X-ray door at 106.41, so we'll see.
Okay, awesome.
But yeah, now we're gonna get some blue Bryn cleanup, and then unfortunately we're gonna have to blow up the planet after that. But that's okay. You can reset the game and play as many times as you want. The planet's just not forever.
The planet had it coming.
I shouldn't have made those comments at the dinner table. Planet, you know better than that.
Oh, I saw Eddie practicing this section. I think last night. He's having a little trouble pulling it off, but this is another one of those very hard parts of the run, just because there's so much movement tech to be had. The run is very technical. It involves this area in the beginning of the game where all the platforms are very tight, because they don't expect you to have things like high jump or speed booster or anything like that to help you get through. So it actually becomes a neat little obstacle course.
And Eddie is going for the but wait there's more strat. Some people like to go for the but more there's wait by grabbing the left missile first here. It really doesn't matter, but I think the way Eddie did it is slightly faster by a few frames.
So yeah, at this point, Eddie's got this missile pack and then two more items, and fingers crossed that we will be cleaned up and no 99%. So
got Old Mother Brain.
Oh, wow! I forgot about Old Mother Brain. So that's 3.
Climb Supers and 230.
Yep.
Also known as 9 o'clock missiles if you pretend the game's a clock. Makes
You know
way
what?
less sense, but that's fine.
You know what? I'll take it. It's better than the alternative name for that.
I don't know what the alternative is. I just decided to call it 9 o'clock one time.
It's a bad pun. I don't want. 230. 230. It's dental plan. It makes my brain hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So 9 o'clock missiles it is.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll move in the second place on the naming board for that one. The dentist can take a back seat. Go get your bronze medal. Silver pigeon.
Breast going for. Oh, okay. I was hoping Breast was going for that over the top super shot into the door. It was really fun to see. Didn't quite. Yeah, it looks like he bonked the inside of the door. That's a tight jump to get into that door. Eddie, meanwhile, going for that last set of missiles, the 9 o'clock missiles.
And hopefully we get to see Eddie or Bress hit the mock ball coming back out. That's one of my favorite little tricks to do if I ever get this. Just hit the mock ball right into the invisible gap there. Nice!
Oh!
I love when that happens. Feels so good.
Yeah. So, I believe we missed, I definitely missed at least, the comparison between Eddie and Bress. Ooh, nice short charge backup from Bressingham. So we're gonna check out, see what our times are at G4, and let's see what our potential time difference is looking like. So Eddie,
it looked like
we're gonna go on door close.
Or 111.
111. Yeah, 111 flat for Eddie.
Because Eddie was a minute ahead at exiting X-ray room. So still very close. Could come down to the baby. Anything can still happen, but I don't wish anything bad on either. But
yeah, no.
Eddie has been gaming.
We've got Smellin, not to be confused with SM Elon. Smellin has in the chat that that's potential 117. So fingers crossed we may see a second PB of the day for Eddie right here live on Speedgaming.
Oh, I just missed the door opening for Bress. But I also like that speedball, that mock speedball going down Terminator. That's always fun. And Bress going in, so about a minute 10 difference from my watch.
Alright, cool. So, Eddie doing one of my favorite sections of Hundo. I really only like it in Hundo because it's the same as it is in GT Classic. Oh, didn't quite get the mock ball onto there. You can spring ball up to that platform. I assume he's listening, maybe. Nah. So
I think just a little miffed that didn't quite get that last little jump, but it was a very good 4 Metroid rooms, even without that.
All right, so let's see. I'm expecting a bully skip, and it looks like that is the setup for the bully skip, or one of the setups for the bully skip, found by Stashio Cat. It's not the one that is optimal for 100%, but very just textbook on that. Shoutouts to Stashio for just memeing on everyone and revolutionizing Baby Skip for so many categories. Bressingham, missing the freeze on that last Metroid in Metroid Room 3. That is one of my favorite rooms in the game, folks. it is just so satisfying to pull that strat off with when you have the all the movement items like this.
Oh yeah, when it's done right, it's like a thing of art.
Absolutely.
And now, best wishes going out to Bress for this baby skip. Want to see the best possible times for both these runners.
Absolutely. So let's see which one he goes for. It's gonna be the no. That was the old school, kind of slow and steady, but tried and true for a lot of runners method of the baby skip. So F's in the chat for baby skip, but it's not over yet. There is some jank that, fingers crossed. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it could happen.
Yeah, baby Sheegoth might come in and ruin everything. You never know. Probably not, but that's another Prime thing. But it doesn't happen even in Prime.
So see the little jank. When you have over a certain amount of health, when you take damage from that first rainbow beam, Mother Brain goes into it lets you stand back up because you it expects you to not to well, it expects you to need, thank you, sorry, another rainbow beam in order to get into the next phase of the fight. But you can just kind of take damage and force her into the next phase without it forcing you back into the ground lock. So you end up with this jank little sequence with you being able to stand up and go ahead and take out most of, if not all of, Mother Brain 3's health. So we got both runners in Mother Brain at the same time. Eddie cleaning it up, and Bress just getting it going with the first catch-up of the fight.
Yeah, it's cool seeing a perfectly done stand-up, and just only takes one Hyper Beam shot to finish it off. Almost perfect from Eddie there. I think there was only 2 or 3. I mean, three's amazing. You did the job. It's kind of rare to see that one shot. I've only seen it a couple of times, even by top runners.
So all we've got left for Eddie is to get off this planet. As we said before, the planet had it coming. This is looking like, holy crap, second PB of the day, and another big one at that. So yeah, what did I say earlier? He got a 118.35.
Yeah, and this might be like another 30-second PB or so, maybe even 40-second. This escape is looking nice.
It is looking good. I think this is fingers crossed. I think this is going to be his 117, just shaving down.
And remember, everybody, he started the day with a PB of a 119.44 or something. So this is incredible. Just what Eddie's doing right now, and it is GG's to Eddie with a 42-second PB. Again,
yep, and an official race time of 117.54. So huge congrats to Eddie. We'll see if we can get him in here for an interview. But in the meantime, we've got Bressingham finishing up that Hat Mother Brain 3 fight and is going into his own escape. So.
And Bress's PB is a 119.30, I believe. So maybe not gonna PB here, but still had a fantastic run.
Yeah, absolutely. This is operating very consistently, very close to what his PB is. So he's probably due for one any moment now. And huge thanks to Eddie bringing up Mondu. Everybody loves Mondu. Everyone tell Eddie to feed Mondu. Can you see how hungry she looks?
That's a cute pug.
It's almost criminal how little they feed Mondu. Feed her more. She's so hungry.
Hungry for more PBs, Eddie. Although Eddie is feeding her those. 2 of them today.
Absolutely. We got Bress coming through, getting trolled by these steams in Parlor. Everyone's least favorite steams. Not that anyone has a most favorite steam. That is, what is that steam?
Oh, those are bad steams.
And Bressingham finishing up with an official race time, even after all of that steam jank of a 1:19.51, just 21 seconds off of his PB. So
that steam jank and the baby miss. So that would have been a PB for Bress as well. If we just got that baby skip. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But Bress has been super consistent from qualifiers all the way through the last week or so into this one. Very nicely done. And the tournament is not over for Bress. We have the secondary bracket. Everyone gets that double elimination chance to come back. So Bress will be moving on to play Cavnastics, and Eddie will meet up with the one and only Zenny, and we'll see if we can get either of these guys in for post match interview. Once we see the 100%, I think at the end of the credits, Zoa can work his magic. I don't know what the H word is, Zoa, but don't say it.
Your force. The H word?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hi.
Hello.
I don't know what the H word is either. I feel like Stashio is gaslighting me.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay, for once I was not being gaslit.
I think Zoa can send you the invite to hop in, because I don't have the
yeah, give me one moment.
I forgot to put the controls up. I should have.
There we go. So we got our invites sent.
Test.
And we have you. Can you hear us, Bress?
Yo,
Bress. That was a sick run. Real unfortunate that you got grabbed by the baby, and there's a lot of steam jank there. I don't think I've seen that much steam jank in quite a while, but yeah, that was definitely on PB pace. How do you feel?
it was okay. I mean, Eddie clobbered. It feels good to lose by a lot, I guess, but it wasn't the greatest run for me, honestly. Like it was decent overall, but there were some bad things, I think. But I mean, I had fun, and Eddie got he just tanked his time down like 2 minutes in the past 2 days. So like, there was no way. That's the problem with Eddie's. He's so good and he learns so fast that all he needed was a little bit of time to get that together. I'm excited to watch that back, though.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great race. It seems like you guys were within a minute of each other from most of that race. Um, hold on one second. Let me see if I can get Eddie that invite as well. Looks like he didn't grab it. But yeah, it was a fantastic race. Really, you should have PB'd there. Eddie did PB. I imagine it feels a little better having lost to your opponent when they PB'd.
Yeah.
But you guys were close coming in. Eddie, like you said, is just a phenomenal runner. We talked a lot during the commentary about how this is just proof that the fundamentals are so much more important than knowing the tricks. And I think I heard that right. We've got Eddie live now. Eddie, you there?
I am here.
Congratulations, GG. How you feeling?
Thank you. Pretty good. GG Bress. Fun to race you. I feel like if it was anyone else, I wouldn't have practiced nearly as much as I did in the last few days. But
Yeah.
Bress and I have been fighting a lot recently. We were in the rando tournament together, and I was the one like seated really high, and then he just like destroyed me and knocked me into losers bracket. So I had to get my revenge here, you know. So I practiced a bunch, and looks like it paid off.
Yeah, I'm glad I motivated you to practice. Yeah, it looks like it's gotten you some really good results. I mean, that's a huge improvement in the past couple days. It's crazy impressive. So congrats.
Yeah, thanks. I think in the qualifiers the problem was I think I've said this a few times. Yeah. Well, first of all, I had to ship refill like 80% of the time because I just get destroyed in rec ship, which makes sense. I kind of like figured out a few strats that are a little bit more conservative that don't lose too much time. And I also like make sure my reserve is full because I always like check my reserve and I have like 30 in there. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm refilling. But also just after the qualifiers, I didn't actually get to learn any strats for like the kind of like the last portion of the game, like kind of leaving LN or whatnot. So I was like, well, I think this is like I'll get a lot of bang for my buck if I just at least learn the strats, even if I'm not super practiced in it. But that seemed like it paid off because I saved a lot of time late game. I was like always just bleeding so much time late game, and I think that's where it kind of paid off for sure.
Yeah, you could definitely see you going in there in the late game, maybe not pulling off any of the strats, but failing them cleanly.
Yeah, exactly.
And just getting through with those good fundamentals, like I've said, probably 100 times this stream.
For the first time, I carried my spike suit all the way to the end. I made
was
it
that
all
really
the
the first?
The first time ever. I don't think I even did it in practice. I think when I did some segment practice, I don't think I would make it to the end and then I would blow my spike suit. But
yeah,
I also did not gold that segment, so it was probably not worth it because I kind of like was a little conservative about it, so I probably bled a lot of time.
Yeah,
but whatever. Yeah. I felt good. Felt good.
So Eddie, we've got you moving on to run with against Shiny Zenny in round 2. And Bressingham moving into the lower bracket round 1 against Kevnastics. Any thoughts?
Yeah, that guy's free. Yeah, my next opponent. He's going. I don't even know who that guy is. He's got no chance.
Big words. Big words.
Who is that guy?
Only the world record holder. It means nothing. How about you, Bress? Any thoughts on your upcoming match or matches?
I'm looking forward to it. Kev's a good friend. It's gonna be a fun race. Yeah.
Awesome.
Gonna be great. We're gonna have. So, I like racing same route, so that's always fun.
Oh yeah. That'll
me
be
too.
Early
me
croc,
too.
early croc.
Yeah, same here.
Nice. So it makes it a little bit easier on the commentators. I like to keep everyone guessing, but whichever you prefer. But yeah, any last words before we close this out?
Thanks
Press
for thanks for commentary and restream.
And yeah, Bress, once again, thanks for the race. GG's. Always a pleasure racing you, especially in like this tournament setting. We've raced plenty like in randomizers and stuff offline but
Yeah.
it's always fun. It's always fun like kind of doing it in this tournament setting. It's a different kind of pressure. It's fun. Salty, thanks for doing comms for us. It's glad I'm excited to watch it back, kind of see what's going on.
Awesome.
I was gonna say thank you to the tracker, but it's vanilla, so there's no tracker here. But yeah, no, I'm
Don't
just.
worry, I track for everybody.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Awesome. Well, that's it. Everyone posted in the chat. You can check out the brackets, the schedule, join the Discord, follow our runners. Eddie and Bressingham are fantastic runners, so give them a follow. So that's it from me. Dark Soa, Salty Pigeon. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, a couple last words. Thanks to the tournament organizers and everyone who set this up and just giving us the ability to come out here and calm and enjoy this game with everyone. Quick thank you to Dark Soa. I appreciate common with you. I always learn a lot. And
Yeah.
Eddie, congrats on the PB and the win. Bress, I remember both of you guys from Randall League Season 4, so it's been a blast. I had a lot of fun watching.
Yeah. And thank you as well for commentating with me. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next mission.
Take care, everybody.